So yeah, good evening everyone, right? So we will start today's class, and today we will talk about, tell me, fundamental analysis, है ना? So I guess not many of you will make this mashli bazaar, right? So speak when I ask you to speak and just
We will be quiet, sir. Don't mute, sir.
Okay. So yeah. So when I ask you, right, when I ask you what's the meaning of fundamental analysis? Okay. The first question, what's the meaning of fundamental analysis? Now, Akshit, can you tell me? Because we have already discussed, right, that when we talk about investing, there are two things that we study, right? First is technical analysis. Second is fundamental analysis. So technical analysis was the study of price and volume of the shares, right? The price change and the volume. If we study those things, right, then that is called as technical analysis. So what is fundamental analysis? Now, before talking about fundamental analysis, let's, right, think about an example. Think about an example. Okay. Now, suppose I guess I have given this example. Okay. Now, suppose the same example. You went to two restaurants, right? You went to a marketplace. You went to a marketplace. Okay. Where there's lots of fuchka wala. Lots of fuchka wala. Right? There's fuchka wala 1, there's fuchka wala 2, there's fuchka wala 3.
So who is
There's fuchka wala 4. Pani puri wala, right? Okay. Right? Now, the thing is, okay, and you don't know, right? You are new to the place. You don't know which pani puri wala is good, which pani puri wala is not that good,
So what we will ask the nearby people.
Wait, again, you don't even know the language also. Okay, suppose you don't even know the language. You are in Japan. Okay,
yes, sir,
right?
you are given an example
okay.
of Japan.
And it's not just okay, forget about this pani puri, right? Suppose this is a restaurant, some restaurant, right? Restaurant 1, restaurant 2, restaurant 3, and restaurant 4. Okay, right? And you are very, very hungry and you don't know how to like speak their languages. So what you will do? Tell me. So the first,
the menu.
again, you cannot read.
Sir, where more people are there, we can go there.
See, again, menu would be same.
Google.
So we discussed, right? We discussed this, that what we will do first option was, we see where there's more people. We see the crowd. Yes or no, right? That is what
Yes,
we have
sir.
observed when we started technical analysis. We see the crowd. Okay, like where more people are eating, right? So obviously, if more people will be eating at this restaurant 1, we can think, okay, that this restaurant must be good. That's why most of people are eating over here. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. So for one day it might be true. For one day it might be true. But when you talk about, like, for suppose you want to stay in this place and you want to eat for many days, right? And it might happen that the day that you visited this marketplace, the day you visited this marketplace, it might happen that that day might be a sale day, right? Or some special day, right? Some special dish was made, or some special discount was given. That's why there were many people over here, but in general, there'll be some.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Tell me.
Your voice is also breaking and screen is also stuck and your video
Right?
is also stuck.
My voice is.
Yes,
sir,
sir,
voice
it
is
is
breaking.
Yes, sir.
It was breaking before.
Yes. Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir, now you're
Sir, you're
audible,
audible, but your voice is
but
breaking.
video is stuck
Okay,
and
just give me
also
a
screen
minute,
is
right?
stuck.
Yeah.
So screen is okay.
Okay. So I was saying this.
Sir,
Suppose,
बस देख के पढ़ने से easy होगा, sir.
again, right? Suppose we talk about another way, right? Suppose you want to eat at this restaurant for longer term, right? You want to eat for like 1 month or so, so you have to check, right, that which restaurant is actually good. So what you will do? You will visit the restaurant, you will check the menu, you will
No,
see.
sir, we will once
Sir,
go
Google
every
reviews.
day and check afternoon.
Again, not every day. You will check the hygiene, right? Where the hygiene is maintained.
Sir,
and
the
not
price.
Taste of the
Sir,
food.
price.
Taste of the food.
the kind of food they are making, the
Sir,
kind of,
does it come in my budget?
right? So lots of things, right? Again, lots of factors are involved. Okay. So you will observe these things. Hai na? You just not follow the crowd, you will observe these things, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Talk about, yes, when you talk about stock market, right? When you talk about stock market, so when you talk about stock market, we have two things. First, right, value investing, hai na? Value investing. Now, when you talk about value investing, it is basically your long-term investment. Long-term. Okay. So the temperament, right? The kind of mindset that we have is different for different kind of investment. I hope all of you know that. For example, if you are a trader, then your mindset would be different. And for a long-term investor, your mindset would be different. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So for long-term investment, right, you have to tell me what you have to do. You have to do value investing. Now, what is the meaning of
Value
value?
investing. Yes, sir.
Yes. So what is the meaning of value investing? It means invest in good stocks. Simple, very simple language, right? Invest in good stocks. Okay. Now, then you should ask, so what is the meaning of good stocks? Right? Matlab kya hota hai good stocks ka? Hai na? Right? And here the concept of fundamental analysis comes, right? So this fundamental analysis, it's not just simple that a good stock. So the fundamental analysis helps us to realize that which stock is a good stock. Okay, got it? Right? So Aditya, please keep yourself muted. Okay.
Yeah, sir. Typing.
Yeah. Okay. Just wait. I'll just make a host to someone else.
Why, sir?
Someone else means some
Another
other,
account of sir only.
yeah. Okay. I'm having 3 accounts right now. Okay. So I guess all of you understood, right? So what is the use of fundamental analysis? So in very layman term, I can say, so the basic use of fundamental analysis is to know that which stock is good stock, right? And what is the meaning of good stock? A stock which can give me desired results over a long term. Yes or no? Tell me, right? Now, when you talk about good stock, so let us think about the things that we already know. So how can you say, right, how to identify a good stock? A good stock, right? Yes or no?
So
Okay.
yearly works.
Okay, so the first thing is, right, what we want. Tell me, मुझे क्या चाहिए? मुझे returns चाहिए,
Sir,
right?
profit. Sir,
Profit चाहिए, है ना?
fixed
Sir,
profit.
returns.
So suppose
Sir,
I,
fixed profit.
right, yes. So I, at least I if I'm investing like 10 lakh, suppose I'm investing 10 lakh, right? So I will ask, okay, if I invest 10 lakh, then how much I would get per year, right? How much I will get per year, right? Per year, right? Yes or no? Okay. So in technical term, I can say, what is the CAGR? What is CAGR? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Which is
Sir, it
compound
is.
annual growth rate.
Yes,
Agree?
sir.
Yes,
By
sir, you are
72.
told.
Yes. So
Sir,
that is
by
the
72.
yes. Now, second thing, it should not go bankrupt, right? Yes or no? It should have a good business, right? है ना? It's not like कि अगर suppose you talk about a company which is giving you very good returns, and after 5-6 years, right, it become bankrupt. Tell me, think about it. Will that be good
Sir,
for
but
long?
how
sir.
will we know
Sir,
that
we
it
will
will
just
become
remove.
bad?
Sir, we will remove our account from that.
No, that's why we don't know, right? For example, how many of you have heard of a company called as Kodak?
Sir, I have
Sir, Kodak or Kotak?
Yes, sir. Kodak.
Kodak.
right?
Yes, it is not Kotak, it is Kodak.
It is Kodak, right? So I think not many, but if you ask your parents, right, everyone have heard this name Kodak.
Yeah,
Sir,
sir.
is it a
Advertisement
camera
also they
company
show,
name?
sir. Sir, advertisement
Camera
also.
company. It was a camera company.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Okay.
sir.
Camera.
Camera. Yes, sir. Camera company.
Yes, some of you might have this like cameras in your home, right? They were like very good,
Yes, sir. It had. Sir, it was there.
right? But this
सर
company went
कंपनी की
down,
जगह आपने कॉमन ही लिखा है
है ना? Okay, I forgot. Okay, so yeah, so this company became bankrupt, right? Even though the company was good, everything was good, but now there's no existence of this company, है ना? Right? In the same way, when you talk about Reliance Capital, right? There are lots of other companies, है ना? Right?
Reliance Power also near bank.
Again, right? Yeah. So I can say that the whole Reliance group owned by Anil Ambani, right? Obviously, that is on the verge of
Yeah,
bankruptcy.
sir. Anil Ambani.
So first of all, if you talk about trader point of view, right? You can trade. Even now you can trade, है ना? But when you talk about investor point of view, will you invest? No.
No,
Because
sir. No.
But the thing is how?
No, sir.
Because I am telling you, right? For example, अभी तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ, है ना? But how would you know that these companies are not good and not bad, right? That's where the concept of fundamental analysis comes. So your question should be, okay, sir, if I'm talking about fundamental analysis, what are the things that we have to take care of, है ना? Right? So first of all, why we are studying this? We are studying fundamental analysis for long-term wealth creation. Yes or no? For long-term wealth creation. Yes or no? That's the first thing. Okay. So the first reason why we are studying these things is long-term wealth creation. And can we 100% be sure about this? No, right? But by having more idea about the company, what company does, right? And how company will invest its money, how it will grow, what is the, the earnings that is generated by the company, how much profit it is having. At least we can get some idea, yes or no? And right? We can get some idea. And that is your fundamental analysis. Okay, so let us talk about some company. Let us talk about some company. So first company is this. I will talk about this HDFC. HDFC. Let us take the example of HDFC. So first of all, we can easily see the charts. Okay, easily see the charts, right? So if you see the maximum chart, okay, so this is your price variation. Now, by just looking at this, I can say that this stock was very good for long-term investment. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because when you talk about this company, it has given you how much percent return?
Sir,
Sir,
9,299.
9,299.74% return.
Yes, so exactly around 9,300%.
Sir, around 300.
They're almost 9,300%.
Suppose if you talk about 2000, right? January 2000. Suppose you talk about January 2000, the price was what? 17 rupees.
17 rupees.
Yes. So
Sir, it
suppose
started on January 19.
no, like it started before only, right? This chart is still from January.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Now suppose at this time, right, your father would have invested 1,000 rupees. And the thing is, the price, when you talk about the price, okay, you don't compare this and this. Why? Why you should not compare this and this? Because
Sir, because it can be unpredictable.
no, because when you talk about stocks, no, many things happens that we will study, right? There's something called stock split, bonus. So one stock can become 10 stock. Then this one stock can become another 20 stocks and so on. And now we will study these things in
Sir,
fundamental
sir, continue, sir, about.
right? Yeah, so I'm saying we will study these things, but think about it. If your father would have just invested 1,000 rupees, and now 1,000 rupees in this price. Yes, Kishore, like Dixon and like many other companies, Aarti Industries, right? Okay, so anyways, so the thing is, think about it. This 1,000 would have become how much? Into 9,300.
Into
Yes, sir,
9,300.
9,300, 93,000, sir, 93 lakhs, sir, 93 lakhs.
93
90
lakhs,
lakhs.
sir.
Okay, got it, right?
1
93.
crore.
Yes, sir.
So now this is called your wealth creation. Yes or no? This is called a wealth creation. Okay, so I can say, so these kind of companies, right? These kind of companies are good companies, but anyone knew that this HDFC will give
Sir,
this
is
kind
it a large cap company?
Yes, just give me a minute, right? Tell me, did anyone knew that this company would give this tremendous results?
No,
Yes, sir.
sir.
How do we know
No,
that, sir?
sir, so
Even
much.
MRF, sir.
Exactly. The answer is no, right? No. But by
And all the people would have sold it before 21 years.
okay, right? But I can say that, okay, obviously it is unpredictable. No one knew that it will give this much return. But by studying the fundamental analysis, which is basically the profit loss statement, right? The annual report, and people would have guessed that at least it will give 3 to 4 returns in 10-20 years, like 5 to 10 years. Okay, this you can predict. And no one can predict like it will give 300% return or like 200% return. But okay, sorry, 2,000% return or 3,000% return. But at least they can say it will become like 3 to 4 times in the time frame of 10 to some years. Yes or no?
Yes,
And that's
sir,
also
yes.
good. That is also good, right? Hai. Okay. So that is the fundamental analysis that helps us to identify the stocks. है ना? अब जैसे एक और example लेते हैं, ये तो हो गया अच्छे stock example, right? Now let us take example of this company. There's a very famous company which,
Suzlon, yes, sir.
yes, it was in news. It was news for a very long time. है ना?
Sir, on YouTube, I watched about that many times.
Yes. So think about it. When you talk about this company,
Sir.
The high is 459,
Sir, it's the
sir.
opposite
Sir,
of
what is that?
HDFC.
okay, now tell me, will this company should be,
No, sir.
sorry, should you choose this company for long-term
No,
investment?
sir, no,
sir.
no.
No, sir. No, sir.
Right? But how would you know that this company is not good for long-term investment? That is the problem over here, right? है ना? तुक्का मार के, because see, this is the
No,
chart
sir, no tukka. Sir,
that we observe after the price has fallen down. Yes or no? Right? But fundamental
Yes, sir.
gives me the idea about the future. समझ में आ रहा है ना? Right? We can predict the future of any company by studying about the company. So, yes. So fundamental analysis just means studying the company. Yes.
Sir, we can study about that with the help of the chart, and we can also study about that by the trend
Not
of the
chart,
world.
not trend, not chart, right? ठीक है. No, Shrey, that is totally technical analysis, because see, when you talk about trend or chart, right, it is the collection of data, past data, है ना? And when you talk about fundamental analysis, you are deciding about the future of the company. समझ में आ रहा है मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? Right? You don't have any
sir,
data.
future of money also.
Right? So how can you decide the future? For example, right? Okay, if I have to ask you about the future of homeschool, right? Anyone know what is the future of homeschool?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Impossible, sir.
और ज्यादा लोग आएंगे.
If you ask some random person, right, that what will happen to the homeschool, they'll be like, no, they don't know, right? Enough. But if suppose I got somewhere 1,000 crores, suppose 100 crores, right? And I start hiring some actors, right? I start promoting the homeschool like anything. Even if I did not produce any result, I did not give anything, I'm not even a good teacher, right? If I
Sir,
ask
who
people,
told,
No,
sir?
sir, you are a
I'm giving example, right? You know, right? That I just poured money in the marketing. I hired some people, right? Then I gave people money that you praise homeschool. You say that it is very good. And suppose if 100 people are praising, if 100 people are saying, okay, no, it is good, no, it is good, right? So because of this 100 people, suppose 1,000 people will also be interested in that, right? Got it? So that is what? That is the basic the strategy in which people are seeing the crowd. Yes or no? Hi Anna.
Sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
sir.
Like इतने use कर रहे हैं तो अच्छा ही होगा. Are you getting a point?
So they will when they see it on television or
Exactly.
they'll-
No one is going to ask कि भाई who is the teacher, how are the classes, what are the results, right? बच्चों को अच्छा लगता है कि नहीं लगता है? But I will have a very fancy advertisement, very fancy app and all those things.
yes,
I
sir,
will
like
just-
bring
okay,
actors.
right? Yes. But suppose you as a student, right? If you have to tell currently, I'm not investing these much in these things, and you have to tell currently that if homeschool is good or not, what, right? What you will see, you will just see it, right? You will check on these things first, right? That Vishnu sir is a good, Vishnu sir teaches us good, right? Hai na, right? And
Yes, sir.
yeah, so if you're getting attention or not, right? If you're improving or not. So these are the things that you check on. Got it? So that is like the fundamental analysis. You are actually checking upon the workings, right? And everything of the company. समझ में आ रहा है ना? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right? And technical analysis is like just like following the crowd. Okay. Even if it will be a bad company and people will start buying, the price will go up. Yes or no? Without
sir.
taking,
News of the company also.
yeah, for example, Zomato, right? Zomato. I guess all of you know, right? That Zomato is like,
Zomato जिसको नहीं पता, sir.
है ना? So it's a loss-making company, right? But still the price went up like anything. Yes or no? I hope all of you know this, right? Now again,
Yes,
just falling, but it went
Sir,
all up.
Zomato is loss making.
Yeah, Zomato is loss-making, right? So it went all up to 180 something. Now it is around 124 around, right? And according to some people, the actual price, the intrinsic price. I hope all of you know what is the meaning of intrinsic price.
Yes,
Hai na?
sir. On price which it started.
Yeah, the valuation, and the actual valuation, according to that, the price is around 40 to 45 rupees per share. Okay, so I can say that now this is the hope that the company will grow. That is like some people might have had a hope, right? That okay, the company is new, the company is unique, one of the player, right? And have lots of prospect in growing. Okay, so that is also like the fundamental analysis. Okay, so let us talk about the things which we will
Sir,
cover
why do companies come in IPOs?
to raise money, na? Okay, to raise
Sir,
money, right?
okay, sir, got it. Sir, to increase their area.
Yes. So again, right? It is like to gain more and more money to expand more and more. Okay. So now, first of all, we'll see what all we will require to understand, right? To understand or to become fundamental analyst, right? So I guess everyone know these things. Everyone should have the basics of tell me, like everyone should understand basics of financial statements. Financial statement. Now, when you talk about financial statement, it means what? First of all, it means P&L, profit and loss statement, right? Profit and loss statement.
Working of company.
right? No, again, right? It is like financial statements, है ना? So,
So is
right,
it
net
good
flow,
or
cash flow, etc. ठीक है?
Yeah, sir. Cash.
Right? How much money company is making and all those things. The second, you should have, tell me, you should have idea about the industry or this idea about
How to invest.
the ecosystem of the industry. Okay, right? How the industry, right, as overall is doing. For example, think about it. I guess all of you know, right? I'll just give you a simple example of jobs. Okay. Now, if you talk about jobs, so 20 years before, most of the people, right, they wanted to be like either mechanical engineer, civil engineer, electrical engineer, right? Not many computer science, like science engineer were there. Okay, because the jobs were more in these kind of streams, right? Electrical was one of the best by the electrical was better than CS like 20-25 years before. Okay, because more jobs were there in that kind, है ना? Okay, but when you talk about now current scenario, right? Tell me which branch or which stream of engineering is opted a lot.
Sir, CS.
computer science?
Now, what is the basic
So
reason?
see-
What is the basic reason?
Sir, because of this
Sir,
lockdown, sir, everything is from
No,
work from home. So
exactly. So I can say the market,
salary.
yes, the job market is in such a way now, right? That
Sir, because for AI, there is more need of computer programming.
yeah, not just AI, like our life revolves around, you know,
Sir, for the future, computer is more important nowadays.
yeah. So I guess, right, since the job in the nutshell, I can say most of the jobs that we are having right now, okay, is inclined toward computer education and all those things. That's why it is in high in demand, right? High in
Yes, sir.
demand. Got it? So you should know the industry. You should know how the industry is there. For example, I gave example of Kodak, right? So what happened with Kodak was when this whole industry, this whole picture industry, right, camera industry was booming, and it was digitalizing, right? It was shifting from real to digital. So Kodak was like the promoters or the owners of the Kodak, they thought that people might not think about it. The people might not actually shift to digital pictures. They will still like the feeling of having real pictures with them. And there they were wrong. They were wrong. Okay. समझ में आ रहा है? And it ruined everything for them. The company got bankrupt. The same thing happened with Nokia. I hope all of you know, right? Nokia was one
Yes,
of
sir.
the
Instead of
Yes,
getting Android
Yes,
and
sir.
other iPhone,
Sir,
Sir,
phone,
he
instead
got
of getting,
Microsoft.
sir, phone
yeah,
picture
sir.
on
Instead of
cover page,
getting,
sir.
yes.
Sir,
so
he
instead
should
of
get
getting Android, they
was finding
collab with
software and took hardware.
Sir, they thought that
Right. Yes. All of you are correct. है ना? So that is what happened with Nokia. So it's not like they didn't had anything. They had their own right operating systems, right? They had their own operating systems. Even the BlackBerry, Motorola, everyone had their own operating system. Even BlackBerry was like the most sought flagship phones. BlackBerry. I hope all of you know that. But with the increased usage of Android and tell me, right, as most of you were saying, and the resistance toward adopting Android, okay, Nokia fell short, है ना? Right? Exactly. They didn't opted for because they thought that people will still like their own operating system, which was Windows and Nokia operating system, right? But that didn't happen. Yes or no? है ना? Got it? Yes. Okay. And the last thing that you required is basics of maths. Basic maths. I guess all of you know basic maths, right? Okay. ठीक है.
The basics max as in
multiplication, division, subtraction, and all those things.
Yes.
वो किसे नहीं आता है sir?
Studying, sir.
Okay, right. So yes. So now let us see what all we have to study, in fundamental analysis. So basically, I can say what are the tools of fundamental analysis, है ना? Right? Tools of fundamental analysis. I'll just write fundamental analysis as FA. So as I said, the first tool is what? First is how the company is performing. That's the first thing that we want to know, है ना? Right? So how would I know that how company is performing? I should see its balance sheet, right? Yes or no? Its P&L statement, its cash flow, yes or no, right? And everything is released by the company. Everything is released by the company in the form of document called as annual report. Okay.
Sir, they will get in quarter.
Yes, quarterly, right? So again, that's the quarterly report. Okay. Right. Yes, Ragini, we'll see this. And the first thing is this. So I can say that when you talk about annual report is basically how the company is doing, right? What is the profit? What is the revenue? What is the expense? And all those things. Okay. Right. We will see the annual report today only. It is a very big document. So obviously we will not be studying everything. We'll just look for, yes, it is publicly available. Everything is publicly available. Okay. The second is, tell me, second is what?
BSc and NSC site, sir.
Yeah, it is again at lots of places. So as I said, right, the second thing, you should know what is happening in the industry. Yes or no? What is happening in the industry? For example, how can you know that Hero MotoCorp is doing good or bad? Because you know that good and bad is always relative. Yes or no? It is always related to some other company, right? Makes sense? Anna? So I can say it is.
Sir, it's raw materials company.
Yeah, it depends on lots of other factors. So it's basically, second thing is information related industry. Information related to industry. Anna. For example, last week, the crude prices went down. Anna. The crude prices went down. So I can say because of that, some company might have gained, company might have made losses. For example, the paint companies which buy, the paint company which buy these petroleum products to make their products, they will make profit, no? Yes or
Sir,
no?
news about it, news.
Right, exactly. And if you talk about the other companies like ONGC, which sell these kind of things, for them it is a loss-making thing, right? So you should know what is happening in the industry. Third is what? Again, news, right? So is it economic news? Not just economic, it is basically socio-economic news. Right? For example, I'll give you one example. Okay.
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Okay. Suppose, think about it, right? Something
Sir, can I repeat, sir? In middle, your voice was breaking.
Yeah, sir, it was breaking.
I'm speaking only. I did not speak anything. Okay. So
But
I
you
was
said think about it, sir. So we thought.
repeating, right? So I was saying that suppose something happened to US, okay, today, right? And tonight, some bomb blast happens, right?
Sir, Taliban.
Yeah, something happened, right? Okay.
Sir, how anybody will profit with Taliban?
Again, right? Suppose something happens. Suppose.
Sir, the next day that country will be not there.
Okay. Right. Sure. Okay. Now listen, Chip Chap. Okay. Suppose something happened. Suppose some kind of incident happened, right? Or stock market of US fell by 2%. So what will happen to Indian markets? Obviously, not just Indian market. Okay. Whatever happens throughout the globe, it affects everyone. It affects everyone. Okay, so Indian market will also try to fall. समझ में आया? Because we are all are linked. Okay, lots of our industries, for example, IT industry. So IT industry falls like anything when there's something happens in US market. Because when you talk about IT, right? When you talk about IT industry is mainly depending on the US, because the service that we provide, okay, the service that the company provide, the IT companies provide is mostly in US markets. Got it? Okay, right? Yes, Infosys, Mindtree, and yes. Now, suppose if something happened to Gulf countries, then which industry will be affected? Tell me. Which, yes, crude, right? Petroleum industry will yes, petroleum industry will get affected. Gulf means the country which produces petrol and all those things, crude oil and all, right? Okay. Now, what will happen to gold then? What will happen to gold then? If stock market will go down, what will happen to gold? No, gold will go up. That is the thing, right? Gold will go up, right? That is thing, because, right? Yeah, that is the thing, na? Okay. If because money is there, it's not like money is eroded somewhere, right? Gold ka bhi lena dena hota hai. It is, everything is interlinked. If you see, if you observe that whenever stock market goes down, the gold prices goes up. How many of you remember in 2020 during June, July time, okay, the stock market was very down usually, yes or no? And the gold prices reached 55,000. Yes or no? Right? And then stock market, like, yes, stock market gained like anything, and the gold price reduced, right? Reduced up to even, yes or no? Like not even that, it went as low as 39,000, like that. Okay. Because see, suppose if you're losing money in equity, right? What you will do? You will take out that money and you will invest in gold. Okay, so that is how the news and everything is, right, interlinked. And fourth, obviously, in order to read these things, right, or to have a data, you should know some softwares, which is basically your MS Excel. Okay, right? Yes, the raw material. See, again, for long-term Ragini, you can buy it anytime, right? Or you can just have, yeah, you can just buy at a good price. For example, when it was at below 45,000, sorry, below 4,500 per gram, it was good. Okay, it was a good price. Okay, got it? Everyone got this? Yes or no? Okay, right. So let us see one by one. So first is what? First is annual report. First is annual report. So when you talk about annual report, okay, so there are many segments of annual reports, many segments. Okay, right? So what are these segments? Okay, what is these segments? So let us see. Right. So if you see any company, for example, I just take an example of JSW. JSW. Okay. JSW Steel. Okay. Right. So see, this when you talk about, right, go to financials, and if you go to financials, so this is kind of a summary that we get. So see, when you talk about this, you can see the balance sheet, cash flow, है ना? And income, which is PN and all those things. So let us see this. Let us see. So here we are seeing the summary, right? We're not actually seeing the annual report. We're just seeing the summary. है ना? ठीक है? We're just seeing the summary, right? If you want to see the whole annual report, we will see that also. Yeah. No, there are two different companies. There are two different companies. ठीक है? Okay. Right. Okay, guys, let me complete this. Okay, let me complete this. So see, first of all, when you talk about fundamental analysis, right? When you talk about fundamental analysis, it is of different levels. Okay, the first is very short fundamental analysis. Short fundamental analysis means just see, tell me, just see the financials, as simple as that. Enough. Just see the financial. That's like financial year here, Rajat. FY means financial year. Okay, right? Yes, the one we are seeing now. This is like a short study of how the financials are. You know, we don't worry about the company in detail, right? But if you talk about a financial analyst, if you talk about someone who is very deep dive into these, right? They will see everything. They will see the CEO, who is the CEO, right? How the management is. Okay, they will see the ethics of the company, right? What is the business ethics, how the workers are being treated, and how good the company is when you talk about work culture, right? I will tell you now. Then we will see, right? Wait, Tanushree, I will just say, hai na? Okay, right? Now think about it. Suppose because everything affects the company, hai na? Right? So when you talk about these numbers, so these numbers are called as quantitative aspect. These numbers are called as quantitative aspects, right? जो हमें दिखता है, समझ में आया? Right? Balance sheet हो गया, या तुम्हारा revenue हो गया, profit हो गया, ये सब क्या है? Quantitative aspects, ये हमें दिखता है, right or not? Clear? Right? So fundamental analysis have two type of aspects. First is quantitative and second is qualitative. So when you talk about qualitative aspect, right, and quantitative aspect. So quantitative aspect is these, very easy to study. But when you talk about qualitative aspects, that usually we ignore. You know, usually we ignore. For example, I guess all of you don't know about most of the companies, but if I say, right, what do you think about Tata company? Tell me, what do you think about Tata Group? Tell me, right? Just think about it. I'm just giving example. What do you think about a Tata Group of company, right? I don't think there will be any person in India that will say that Tata Group is a bad company, right? In any way, right? Yes or no? Just because, yes, because when you talk about who owns this company, the Ratan Tata, right? And I don't think that there will be a single person in this whole world who will say Ratan Tata is not a great person, not good, a great person. Yes or no? Right? Because he can easily become the richest in Asia. Easily, right? Easily. Okay. But he chose not to do that. And again, so I can say, when you talk about this, you can say the ethics of Tata. Yes or no? Ethics. Right? Anna? Ethics, and how the management is, how much salary the management is taking, how much money it is given to the employees, how the employees are treated, right? Anna? Okay. So these are the qualitative aspects of the company. Yes or no? Tell me yes or no, right? For example, if I'm starting a company, think about it. If I'm starting a company, right, TheHome-Skool, okay, and if I'm making the teachers, okay, right, if I'm making the teachers feel good, right, that they are valued, their opinions are taken care of, right, their needs are taken care of. If they have some issues, there are people to listen that issues. It is not like a dictator kind of thing that, okay, if I'm a boss, if I'm saying that you have to take class, doesn't matter how the situation of a teacher is, right? If he is having some issues or if you have some work, I'm adamant, nahin, you have to take a class, right? Even if you're suffering from fever, I don't care, you have to take a class, right? So obviously tell me, even if I'm making profit, even if I'm making a profit, but am I good, like a company work culture wise? Tell me, am I good company work culture wise? No, right? Yes or no? Yes, the guy will work with me until unless he finds a better option, as simple as that, right? If he would be good enough, if the employee is good, and if he get a better option, he will switch, he will about anything else. Okay, got it, right? Exactly. For example, many people ask me why I chose to stay in Avanti rather than joining XYZ company. Okay, even if XYZ company was paying me much more than Avanti, right? Why I chose not to work with Avanti, like XYZ company, and why I stick to Avanti? Okay, the basic reason would be, tell me, the basic reason would be the work culture. Yes or no? Right? For example, here, like I'm the boss, right? I don't have to listen to anyone. Okay, right? I can make my employees feel good, right? Got it. But suppose if I would be in XYZ companies, and if I would be working only because this XYZ company is paying me more, right? If the salary is the only, if the salary is, I'm just giving you any example, right? Aditya, I'm just giving example. Okay. Think about it. If the salary is only factor which makes me work under XYZ companies, will I be happy working over there? Tell me, will I be happy working over there? No, right? Anna. But the thing is, most of the people don't have that option. Most of the people don't have the option, right? That is the thing. Okay. So I hope all of you understood these things, right? Yes, Rajat, but see, lots of things happens, there's a huge difference between companies of India and companies of like foreign companies. They're huge difference, huge difference. Okay, right? Anyways, we will see this. Okay, we will have a long discussion. There are lots of factors. There's lots and lots of factors, right? There's association with political parties, right? And for example, I hope all of you know about Kingfisher. Yes or no? All of you know about Kingfisher, right? So was Kingfisher good company? Was Kingfisher good company? So honestly speaking, right? Kingfisher, I will tell you, you guys don't know, and no one knows, right? But when you talk about this, Kingfisher, okay. So the owner of Kingfisher, he lived like king. He lived like king. Okay. He used to spend a lot on parties and all those things. A lot. Okay. Okay, I'm not recording here. It is recording, right? It is getting recorded. No. Okay. Right. Yes. It is not, again, right? There's nothing like scam and all, but yeah. They did not care about the employees. They did not care about the employees. Okay. Even if they did not give the salary to the employees, but they spent a lot in doing parties and all. Okay. So do you think, forget about the revenue and all, forget about how much money they're making. My question is this, if the owner of the company do these things, do you think that that company is good? Will that company survive? Right? Definitely no, definitely no. Got it, right? So obviously you have to see the qualitative aspect of the company. Okay? So I hope all of you know what is the meaning of qualitative aspect, right? And that is way too difficult, right? That is way too difficult. Qualitative aspect is way too difficult to study. Okay? right? So we will study the easier things, qualitative aspects. So I can just say that when you talk about fundamental analysis, है ना? So I'll just write this FA, है ना? So FA have two things. Fundamental analysis have two things. First is qualitative aspect, and second is quantitative aspect. Okay, right? So we will be studying about the quantitative aspect. Now, when you talk about quantitative aspect, right, what we will be covering in quantitative aspect? Because this qualitative aspect is way too, tell me, way too subjective. Hai, there's no objective parameter on that. Okay, right? No one can say, no, there's, again, for some it may be good, for some it may be bad, right? Okay, so like not many knows about lots of things, okay, right? I don't know about Shravya, I don't know about that, hai, right? Okay, sorry. Quantitative aspect. Now, as I said, when you talk about quantitative aspect, right? So what are the quantitative aspects? So first is what we see when you talk about quantitative aspect. First is profitability. Yes or no? Profitability, yes or no? Right? Second is growth. Right? Third would be what? Tell me. Right? Tell me. Expenses. Guys, wait. I'm not answering anything because this is what I'm teaching. Focus here, right? You guys are asking some random questions, right? है ना? So expenses, how expenses are managed, okay? Then operating efficiency, है ना? Operating efficiency. Okay, there are lots and lots of case studies, right? Lots and lots of case studies. I'll tell you, right? This whole subject is very, very interesting. It will take lots of time. Okay, so when you talk about operating efficiency, we will discuss what are these things. Then there's something called as pricing power. That is a very strong thing. We will discuss this in later class, not today, right? Pricing power, है ना? Then you talk about the taxes, how much taxes is there, right? Then there's something called investment, how much investment is in the company, right? Everything related with finances and all those things. Then tell me, right? Lots and things, debts, है ना? Right? Cash flow. ठीक है? Right? Yes or no? Okay, right? बहुत कुछ होता है, but these are the main things. Yes, cash flow means कितना पैसा आया और कितना पैसा गया. Debt means, right? Debt means how much money company is owing to government or some other lender. है ना? Got it? Right? There's lots and lots of other factors. Loan, yes, loan and all the other things. Okay. Okay. So right. So I guess all of you understood this thing, Hannah. So we will just look, right, sneak peek at annual report. Okay. So when you talk about annual report. So annual report is basically, wait, yeah. So this is the annual report. Everyone, can you see? So this is the annual report of FY 2021. So if you click on this, you will see all the informations, all the financial informations of the company for that financial year, है ना? Right? So this is the annual report of JSW, ठीक है? Right? So it is listed on both NSE and BSE. So if you see this, right, this annual report is of how many pages? 425 pages. So obviously you're not going to read these 425 pages, yes or no? Tell me, are you going to read these 425 pages? No, right? Anna? Right? Yes. So we don't do that. that is why that is why I was talking about the summary. This was done by the company. This is done by the company. You know, the CEOs of the companies, they do these things, right? They give this thing in their annual general meeting and all, right? So I get, like, if you are shareholder, if you're having even one share, now it will be mailed to you, right? Okay. So what information we can get, right? First of all, obviously, we are not going to see all these things, but this, right? This consists of lots and lots of, right? Lots and lots of information, lots of chart. Okay, the past performance, the future, how the company is projected to grow, and all the things, right? See, these are some basic information about the company, right? For example, the standalone capacity is 18 megaton, right? Then expected capacity is 37.5 megaton by the year 24-25, right? Okay, so some very basic idea. It consists of everything. So no, it is annual, not Anushri, it is annual, right? Annual. Okay, right? So this thing, right? 13 old iron ore mines operated, right? How many direct employees, how many, right, outlets in there, and all those things. Okay. So see, this is the index. So what I want to know, right? So this is basically FY 2021 highlights. I want to know this mainly, and I don't want to know this messages, COVID response, right, and all those things, right? So I want to know this financial statement, financial statement. So if you see the financial statement, right, I'll just give you idea. If you see the financial statement, I can see somewhere over balance sheet. Yes or no? This is FI means financial year, now, right? This is done at the end of the year, Agini. Okay. So yes, I want to take care at this financial sheet. Then this is your profit and loss statement. P&L is called as P&L, right? It's called as P&L. Okay. Then this cash flow statement, right? Okay. So these three things usually we know. Okay, right? These three things usually we will observe. Okay. Now, when you talk about the charts, right? When you talk about the charts, okay, so obviously you don't have to worry about this because you see the summary, if you see the summary, so this summary, wait. Okay, this summary gives us the important data out of that annual report, right? ये कहाँ से मिला? ये इस ticker tape को कहाँ से मिला होगा बताओ? Obviously अपने से तो नहीं करेगा ना? So this data is from financial statement. ठीक है? Got it? अब देखो तुम लोग दिक्कत सर ये what is this EBITDA, what is PBIT, what is PBT, what is EP, what is DPS? So these are called as jargons, right? Technical terms, right? These are the technical terms. So we will discuss all these technical terms in next class. Okay. Okay. So let us have a Kahoot. Let us have one Kahoot. No, me, Vihan, I'm not going to unmute, right? You guys just make Machli Bazaar. So many times I say, because you do understand, right? There are many people who get disturbed. Anna. They can't listen me properly. When you keep on like saying something, they can't listen me properly. Stuck. Everyone is joining. Everyone is joining, right? The 24 students have joined. My screen is not paused, right? 24 students have joined. It was stuck. Yes, it was, not now. Okay. So when you talk about yeah. So for example, this company, Yes Bank, है ना? So I guess all of you know about Yes Bank, that what is happening to Yes Bank and all. So who is at fault? Usually the management. Okay, the management is at the fault. Okay, because workers don't know what is happening in the company. Even if there's something which is happening wrong in the company, they don't know. Okay, and there are lots and lots of cases where the CEO, MD, they cheated, right? Then they knew, they are the first person who know that the company is not going to survive, and they leave one year, 2 years before the company, right? Okay, so that is the thing. Tomorrow we'll discuss lots and lots of case studies, right? Tomorrow we'll discuss case studies, market case studies, then business case studies, okay? Right? Tomorrow it will be like interesting class. Easy enough? Yes. Guys, it is true now. Fundamental analysts search for stocks that are currently trending at prices that are higher or lower than their real value. So that is true. If the fair market value is higher than the market price, okay, if the fair market value is higher than the market price, the stock is deemed to be undervalued and buy recommendation is given. True or false? True, na? True, right? Yes or no? Again, this is true. Next. Okay. The mindset of a trader and investor is same. The mindset of a trader and investor is the same. False. True किसने बोला? अभी ने मैंने आज ही तो मैंने बताया. It is different, right? The mindset of a trader and investor is different, है ना? For example, like Adani companies. Adani companies is very good companies for traders. Yes or no? How many of you are observing Adani companies? Right? Tell me, how many of you are observing Adani companies? That they are going on upper circuit to upper circuit in the last like week? Last 3-4 days, they are going just upper circuit to upper circuit. Adani Transmission, Adani.
Yes, sir.
Limited, है ना? Yeah, Darsh, you will check Adani, right? I don't know.
मेरे ही नाम से है sir.
Akash will also check. Yes.
ये है ना
Sir, on my screen options are not visible.
सर आपको कैसे पता? सर मैं चेक करता हूँ.
True, false, है ना? Right?
Sir,
We
it
have-
is not visible on my screen.
How come?
Sir,
Sir,
so I went down. Sir, I
Sir,
went
it
down.
is visible, sir. Sir, it is visible.
It might be because of internet, because 26.
Yeah, sir, internet is so low.
Sir, and it's raining now.
We have already studied now that every investment have to evaluated using two aspects, right? Qualitative and quantitative, है ना?
Yeah, sir, we studied just now.
Yes. Cash of a company is an official communication from the company to its investor and the stakeholders.
sir, just answer repeatedly.
We just discussed it, by the way. So everyone should give correct answer.
Yes, sir. We have spoken a lot about it.
Yeah, sir.
Annual report ना अभी मैंने देखा,
हाँ
right?
sir.
Yes or no? Right?
Sir, I don't know. I'm giving correct answers, but also I am in 6th grade.
Guys, it is annual report. We just discussed it. Okay. The AR means annual report, is the best source to get information related to the quantitative aspects of the company.
So there is a share named after me, sir. Adesh Mercantile.
Guys, answer of this might be wrong, by the way, right? I guess.
सर वो तो
answer
चीटिंग हो
might be-
जाएगा सर.
ठीक है, yes, I told you, right? Answer of this is wrong.
सर क्या है सर?
सर
ठीक है.
The
चीटिंग.
fraud is.
सर क्रैश, फुल क्रैश.
सर
just-
फुल क्लास सर. सर फुल चेंज पड़ेगा.
Yeah, sir, full
I was in
change.
first.
Chalo, anyways, that was a mistake, right? Okay, this one. The annual report contains these financial statements, multiple
Sir, it
choice.
is easy. Sir, it is easy.
Okay, let us see.
Sir, very easy.
सर from first to third position सर चीटिंग है.
सर हाँ सर, मैं कैसे गिरा?
कोई नहीं, कोई
Sir, I
नहीं.
was in 7th, sir. I got to 13th, sir.
सर
Sir,
इससे
yes sir, I was in 6th
किसने गलत
place.
किया
I
है?
got in 9th.
This is of multiple points. Do you get this correct? Right? See, how many of you got this correct? All of these, na? सबने चारों option
Yes
मारा
sir.
Sir, I pressed
Nice,
all
sir.
3, sir, but I didn't press all of these.
Sir, we have to choose only one, sir. If we press
Right.
4, we will not get it.
All of these, that is the only option. This one.
I was
Sir,
the first one
again
to
same
answer.
problem, sir. Sir, again the options are not visible.
Sir, will we play another, sir?
No.
Sir, how is this possible, sir?
Sir, it's true.
Sir, it's true.
Sir, फिर से scam हो गया, sir.
Even क्या? Okay.
Sir, it was
might-
given false.
so
Sir,
it is
2000
Sir, मैं इसमें false दबाने वाला था, sir. ताकि
again answer mark करता है तो गलती से वो गलत क्लिक हो जाता है कभी कभी.
Sir, लेकिन sir podium तो पूरा change हो जाता है, sir.
No issues. ये सही है ना? EPS reflects.
हाँ, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wait. Last question was not, again, guys. Last question is correct. Last question is correct, by the way.
Sir, how false, sir? Can you show that question again, sir?
We will see this question. Okay, this I think this is like yes, right? Okay, PAT means profit after tax.
Sir, have we learned this, sir?
No, you have to
Sir,
think.
वही सोच रहा था, sir. क्यों समझ में
सर
नहीं?
मैं भी वही सोच रहा था क्या आंसर होगा अभी तक.
PAT
हाँ,
means
sir.
profit after tax. देखते हैं तुक्का किसका सही होता है.
Sir,
सर
सब
मैंने भी तुक्का मारा,
सर
sir.
नोटा डाल दिया मैंने तो नोटा.
Sir, आप ही बोल दो सही
तुक्का,
आंसर क्या है.
नोटा. हाँ सर नोटा.
हाँ, sir.
हाँ सर.
Sir,
Sir, लेकिन podium पे तो हूँ, sir मैं.
I had given the hint. ठीक है.
Sir, yes
sir,
sir,
आपने
you told
PAT का
profit.
मतलब
Sir,
बोला
मैं
था,
आंसर
sir.
करने के बाद आपने
Sir,
hint
you
दिया,
told
sir. ये तो
profit
अन्याय है, sir.
after tax.
हाँ,
sir,
sir, same,
profit
sir.
after tax. सर मैंने भी profit after tax डाला.
Sir,
अब
मैंने
देखो,
net
इसमें बहुत सारा अन्याय हुआ है, sir. और एक खेलेंगे, sir.
हाँ, sir.
समझो
हाँ,
इसको. Earning per share का मतलब क्या होता है? If you
Sir, profit.
invest, right, 100 rupees for one share, है ना? मान लो, right? So that 100 rupees is, I'm just giving example, right? That 100 rupees is used, right, for the company, everything will happens, right? And this 100 rupees, it gives a revenue of 120 rupees. Suppose it gives revenue of 120 rupees.
Yes sir.
So this 20 rupees will be your profit?
Yes, sir.
No.
Earning per share.
The answer is no. The answer is
No
no.
sir, it is
No,
no.
sir.
Because it is revenue. It is revenue, right?
Or one more count.
Yes, sir.
The company has
हाँ,
to,
yes,
the company has,
sir. Sir, हर सारे लोग बोल रहे हैं, sir.
सर कोई तो स्क्रैच कर रहा है.
हाँ, sir.
okay. The company has to pay taxes, yes or no? So
Yes,
suppose
sir,
after
they
paying
have to
taxes, na, this price becomes 112 rupees. है ना? Right? Yes or no? So what is profit after tax? Profit after tax is 12 rupees, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So this
sir.
is your EPS. There is 12 rupees. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let us see the podium. The podium is
Sir,
wrong.
please sir, we will play another.
सर बहुत रॉन्ग है सर.
बहुत सारा
पूरा
नया हुआ
दुनिया
है।
बदल दिया सर आपका एक
सर मैं 6th क्वेश्चन तक सेकंड पे था सर.
No issues, no issues. ठीक है.
Sir, we will play one more. sir.
हाँ सर एक फिजिक्स का करवा दो सर.
Yes,
हाँ
sir.
सर लास्ट
हाँ
क्लास
सर
का नहीं हुआ।
फिजिक्स का करवा दो सर.